Since childhood, I have been fascinated with language. I've invented my own.
You invented an entire language?
Yes.
First of all, I was just in awe of everything that he experienced and what a fascinating life he had. This is just a beautiful story, and the life he lived was remarkable. So then it was that, and then also his love of language was something that I didn't realize that's what stemmed all these worlds. You know, him wanting to create languages, and his mother kind of distilling that passion in him, but then learning and developing and realizing that you can't just create a language without people to speak it, and then a history for that language. So then suddenly, from that, he creates, Middle-earth.
I've always loved magic. I've always loved fantasy in this kind of a world, and the books when I was in school were very much a part of the literature of the time, and being like a kid who was already predisposed to loving fantasy, it was very much something I was aware of. And of course, when the Peter Jackson movies came out, I would go to the theater and see them, look forward to the release of the next one every time. So it was something that was very much ingrained in me from a very young age.
Edith, played by Lily Collins in the movie, is the love of his life. They inspired the Beren and Luthien tale, and they meet in very similar circumstances. They're both orphans, kind of in care together, and instantly fall in love, and have this connection and understanding, and there's a real spark and fun and cheekiness to their relationship. But then, because of the circumstances, they can't always be together, but then do reunite, and it's just the kind of heartbeat of the film.
After all, what is language for? It's not just the naming of things, is it? It's the lifeblood of a culture, a people.
Nick is just awesome. Nick, his work ethic is so incredible. He's so fun to be in a scene with because he's just the ultimate scene partner. He will improv with you if that's what it calls for. He will be super respectful of every moment and let it kind of live and breathe. Like, these characters really say so much, sometimes without saying physically anything, and he's just so present. He's just, like, Dome and him together are so passionate and excited, and so it's impossible not to be as excited as them when you're doing a scene.
Lily's wonderful to work with. She's fun and inspiring, and she sits there and she's very detailed with her ideas. Her attention to detail is remarkable, and what she picks up on in terms of finding and creating the character of Edith and making her really multidimensional and the force and driving power and the spark between them and her and Tolkien. I think people will just enjoy watching kind of these relationships develop, have a little insight into a genius and his process, and then also I think that hopefully come away feeling like inspired to maybe go and create their own ideas and see just how art can change the world.